I don't really consider myself a cinephile, but like I know I try to watch movies out of my comfort zone sometimes. But when I heard about a 3 hour slow-paced Turkish movie, I was first skeptical because number one, I don't understand the language that is being used. I have to follow with subtitles, which is going to also draw me back. Number two, it's 3 hours long. Number three, it's slow-paced. So these things kept me from watching the movie. But that's also why I knew I had to watch this movie. Winter Sleep is a 2014 Turkish movie directed by acclaimed director Nuri Ceylan. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrongly, but I'm not Turkish, so I apologize. This movie, I don't know how to start talking about this movie because if I start talking about the plot is in the way that like I feel like it's something you just have to experience yourself. It's not a plot where I can explain to you. If I explain it to you, I'm going to explain it to you with my own biases of the movie, my own interpretations of the movie, which I feel is wrong for a movie like this, because the movie is very, very character based, and the movie doesn't just show like a character being good or being bad. Let me just get you to some of the things I'm talking about first. The movie is about a man, Aydin, who is a hotel owner, a landlord, a philanthropist, a former actor, a writer. He's an accomplished man, in that society. He has a wife, a wife that is much younger than him. He has a sister, he has his hotel workers, and he has his tenants, and the movie shows his relationship with all of them. Now, why I would not want to talk about the plot of this movie? Because this man, let's just put it out there, he's a flawed man. He has his flaws, right? And like, in the terms of these flaws, so people can look at this man's flaws and say, oh, this man's flaws makes him a bad person. I don't really subscribe to that idea most times, and especially in this case, because you can tell, at least I could tell, that this man really did not want to be a bad person, or at least he was not actively going out of it to be a bad person. He tried to do good, and he tried to do what he thought was good. It's just that he did not even know sometimes that some things he's doing are bad. There's a particular scene in the movie where he's having an interaction with his wife, and when I was watching the movie the first time, I was like, this guy is, is being manipulative and being petty. And later on, like, he said something and he said that he's right. And like I felt like the way he was saying it was because he was just saying it right just because his wife would agree for him to do something for him. And later on, the movie now turns out that he was actually right. So now, when you look at this scenario now, does it not mean that his actions are justified? I don't think so. I don't think his actions were justified. I know you don't get what I'm talking about, but like, just bear with me, yeah. He criticized a lot of people. He criticized his wife for being naive. He criticized his sister for being lazy. He criticized his tenants for being like, not dignified. He goes around criticizing people. He has his own flaws, but he goes around criticizing people. Now, his criticisms, are they valid? Sometimes they are valid. The movie proves that sometimes these criticisms are actually valid. But like, there are the ways that he goes about it that like are very wrong. And the movie just presents some of these things to him. This man's, because the main character is more laid bare, but even his wife, his sister, his tenants, you can see some of their flaws there. And again, despite these flaws, I found myself for all these characters. I don't actively want anybody of them to have a downfall or whatever. I wanted all of them to just, have a good ending, a happy ending. What am I trying to say in effect? I'm trying to say that this movie is very good at showing human beings acting like human beings. Because a human being will have flaws, right? Human beings are not perfect. It's not possible for a human being to be perfect. But what makes this movie good or reasonable that despite their flaws, you can see their flaws written on their face. You can see that all of them are trying their best to be human beings. They try to live a life in society they find themselves in. And that makes it so beautiful. And coupled with the cinematography, just watch this movie, man. I know I see this 3 hours long. I know I see this slow paced, but it is so beautiful, so beautiful. Turkish countryside, it is so beautiful, scene after scene. Because you get this, character-based scenes where one character goes to another character, one character talks to another character. Then you now get this very beautiful countryside view, and it's just, man, it is so just watch this movie, man. I can't genuinely tell you things about the movie. I can't tell you the plot because I feel like it's something that you have to make your own decisions on. You have to make your decisions on the characters, on what they mean to you, on what you feel like the actions meant. I can't start telling you because I will tell you with some of my biases. So, in short, I think this movie is brilliant. It's fantastic. I don't even think I got everything I could have gotten from this first watch, which I'm going to, and I watched it again. I don't think I've got everything from the second watch. So I'm going to watch it again, not now because it's 3 hours long, but like in the future, now I'm going to watch this movie again. And I implore you to try and watch it soon. Thank you for watching this video and bye-bye.